Okay, stepping into my garden vans, and they kind of get really worn out. I start using them for in the red dirt stuff. Okay, now I just dissected this purple onion that was sprouting all over the place, and they have these roots growing up on the inside of the part that you peel back. I'm looking for here's a tool that you dig with. I just got to scrubbing my hands off. Even the information on the back of the package says, wash your hands after handling strange dirt. Get that strange dirt just for fun. Okay, here are my tools. We're gonna use this one. And we're gonna try and get 3 onions out of this one. And you can actually, I cut it with a knife, but you can see the little sprouts coming out the bottom. I'm gonna leave all this purple stuff on because see one of the roots that I pulled out of the thing. I used a knife in the house to peel back some of this stuff so some of the roots are showing. And we'll see what happens. In a couple of the places where I don't think the potatoes are going to come up. I hope the cats don't think this is a potty box. Okay. I want to put 1 purple onion in here. The reason why I'm putting the peeling part in is because it has roots on it. And I figure they might help. Well, we'll see what happens. There's the other one. See? The stuff sprouts out among this lining. We're going to stick that one in there. At least it looks like something's alive, so the other human being in the house isn't going to throw it away. When he gets in one of his throwaway moods. Oh, brother. Okay. Oh, sister. Not the prettiest song today. Okay, so right here's where the other onion will go. Well, there was 3. You can see the roots going down these peelings. There's one right there sticking out. Boy. See it? So this is like a botany class. Trying to test it out and see what will happen. Now you see that other little sprout here? I used the knife to pull back, cut back some of this stuff so that it'd be easier for the plant. But this one we're not cutting as much back on it. We'll see what happens. Okay. These your guess is as good as mine. If you put it in water, then you could cut back the little green things and use them in your salads like you do other green onions. The idea is to get them before they rot. Okay, so it looks like we planted something in there besides the potatoes. And this corner over here, what in the world? This corner over here, figured out one of my fingers was over the lens. And I'm going to bring the hose over here and let it soak this because when I dug up the soil, it was pretty dry underneath. And our tree shades half. This half is in the sun. I'll get some more soil and I'll do that part the same way as I did that part. I have lots of seeds. I am not going to rely on some seed bank in Antarctica that are frozen. I mean, to me, how can frozen work anyway? That's moisture when it thaws out. I don't get it, but there's no way I'm getting to Antarctica to get any seeds. Nobody's shipping me any. So you need to get seeds. I'm not saying big quantities, but the reason they put seeds in paper, my grandson came out here and she said, that tree cannot get any bigger. It's a candle nut tree or kukui nut. I harvest it for fuel. I can't think of anything else to say except that I sure enjoyed the story of Joseph. When he wasn't treated very nicely, sold into slavery, thrown into jail, beaten, stuck in a hole, he went ahead to save his family. You know why they did that? Because he could interpret dreams. Now, because he had gifts from God, he went ahead from the brothers to save them during a time of famine. That was 7 years. You have to, I want to get a fish tilapia pool, and then that hill over there is concrete. Somebody thinks they get to have a observatory or their own telescope. Well, if you put a telescope up here, you're not going to be able to see a lot because the tree is right there. And this is aloe vera. Aloe vera, you can live on aloe vera. The best ones are the ones that are 2 years old. Those baby ones are new. I'm going to spread those out one day. And pretty well grow on air. Pretty unique plant. God gives us some pretty unique things. This part I have to clean out. Not doing that because it's a Sabbath day and I already did more than what I would normally. I mean, there was a time when I wouldn't even sew on the Sabbath day because somebody said that you have to pull every stitch out that you sewed on the Sabbath day with your nose. And see, I didn't have anybody tell me those things. I didn't know whether to believe it or not. And I also believe this. The Heavenly Father loves you so much that regardless of what you've done, He's only going to give you the bare minimum of the kind of a sentence. Just keep trying and don't give up. Try and get rid of all your addictions, even caffeine, unless you can grow coffee beans. They can make, most of the caffeine that goes in drinks is made, I saw it in a book called Link. Well, he's the guy that owns Google, I guess. And it showed how they make caffeine similar to what people use to make crystal methamphetamine. And so all those drinks are artificial. Anything that's artificial and made real fast is not good for you. It has too many chemicals that they have to use. It's the same with tobacco. If it were just dried and simple, it wouldn't be bad for you, but they use over 200 chemicals to fast produce it. And that's half the problem with everything that, well, let me give you an idea. I took some bread, 4 slices, scrambled up about 8 you know, stirred up 6 to 8 eggs, dipped the bread in it, and fried it. Then I put syrup on it after I cut it into little pieces, and it was in a stack. Then I put it in freezer bags, and I froze it. Now, I thought, well, if other people can freeze food, fine, so can I. But you see, there wasn't any chemicals added or retardants, except for what possibly was in the bread. I have a book called Breads of the World, and I'm going to start making breads. Hopefully, I'll have something that can hold my camera, or I don't know. My notebook, somebody took it. So, and then I ordered another one, and somebody got that one and shipped it to Nevada. So somebody, I'm not worried about it. Now I got my computer. Huh. I could fix it so that it's on the table. Pretty sure I can. Well, who knows? Bless your hearts. The Lord loves you. And don't give up. Jesus never gave up. He never gave up. He endured to the end. Even though it says, please God, if you could take this cup away from me. So he didn't have to suffer that. But, you know, he'd already came that far. Why would you give up if you spent all these years of your life, all of them, up to this point, and you made it this far? And it doesn't matter what's your past. It depends on what you do now. By the way, I'm a Latter-day Saint. And you can look it up, lds.org. What? What? I'm washing off my barbecue grill. I'm only washing off my barbecue grill. Nobody's trying to cause you problems. Whoa, touchy. Everybody's touchy. Right? Okay. Palm tree. Mango tree. See the mango? Hey, that tree might end up having mangoes. Whoa, give it some water. And it's lifting the edge of the house. But the edge of the house, the sidewalk, my father-in-law happened to know the people, and so they poured all this stuff, so I'm not going to worry about it. Everything's good. Giving everybody a little sprinkle before the next 2 hours are kind of hot here. And I'm going to bring this hose down to a sprinkle, a little bit of drip. That's how I water my trees. I just use a drip. And I already threw somebody raked it. But I already threw, this is the star fruit. It was kind of grinding off on that edge, and he fixed it so that it's sitting up, and who knows what it's going to do. But I was told if I don't water them every day, I can forget having fruit. I love y'all. This intersection gets really busy. I've had 6 police officers at 2:30 in the morning telling me why am I out here, and I'm treating the property with pine saw, and the cats, and I got 8 neighbors coming at me from kitty corner from the property. It's a high distribution. They know stay off my corner. I stay out of their business, they stay out of mine. And there's very rarely that you can do that just anywhere. So somebody has pulled up here. There's not going to be traffic here. There's not going to be a problem because I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to read some scriptures and sing a hymn. As a matter of fact, there's a little tiny red plant. Oh, something's going on out here. I have no idea what for. I gotta go. I love you.